Microphone check.
3
Checking the
minutes,
mic.
30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight. Mic check, mic check. This is a mic check.
4 minutes past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Four minutes, 30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Five minutes past the hour. 60 seconds to live.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
Five minutes, 30 seconds past the hour. 30 seconds to live.
This is Online Tonight.
Looking around for the phone number, it's 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546.
Online Tonight. We have everything under control. We're on top of it.
And now, from the craziest city on the planet, this is Online Tonight, on the air toll-free at 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. And now, the host of Online Tonight, Max.
We have to hit the button. All right, welcome to Online Tonight on this beautiful Sunday. I am Max Smart. This is Online Tonight, where we talk about the latest in tech, pop culture, and more. And more for me is pretty much anything except for politics. A lot of better people out there. You don't want to know my opinion on this stupid California governor. Oh, sorry. You don't want my opinion on politics. There's a lot of better people out there than I am. And more, people always ask, what's more? Well, food, pets, theme parks, movies. Did I mention food? Love food. Of course, we have our normal geek speak in our bookmark this. We will also be covering Meta. They might not be vibing with everybody. Our Megan 2.0 review. And there may be trouble in AI land with the new iPhone 17. But more importantly, I want to make your life easier when it comes to tech products. If your Wi-Fi is being weird or your laptop is too poop to boot, as I like to say, I'm going to do my best to help you. And the best way to get into the show is for you to call our Broadcast Bionics Caller One system using our toll-free telephone number at 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546 is the toll-free telephone number. That's the best way because I like to have a conversation or a little bit of back and forth. You can be my eyes, my ears, my hands. and we can try to work these things out together. But of course, you can reach out to the show in a lot of different ways. The email address, show@onlinetonight.com, and we have a text voicemail number at 951-395-1017. Data rates may apply. Leaving a voicemail is your authorization to broadcast your likeness. So we got the legalese out of the way. That number again, 951-395-1017. The email and the text voicemail number work 24/7, so you feel free to leave those anytime you like. And the toll-free telephone number, 1-800-39-ONLINE, works while we're live. Victoria's producing the show. She's answering your calls, checking for all your messages on all the different platforms. And before we jump into Meta, this portion of the show is brought to you by Paramount Plus. It's not, well, it is officially fall now. I think it was like a couple days ago, right? Because isn't fall, Miss Victoria, September 21st or 22nd? Or
Yeah, it's fall now.
Okay, so it is fall. And the seasons might be changing. We don't get a lot of that here, but I know the East Coast, the leaves and the trees and all those other. We gave you a bookmark this recently about how to find all the wonderful colors. So the seasons are changing and football has started. And we're not going to talk about the quarterback getting mugged in Ireland. But if you want to watch the football games, Paramount Plus has them. You can live stream all the NFL games that air on your local CBS station. If you want to get more information, visit our website, onlinetonight.com/stream, onlinetonight.com/STREAM. Now, jumping into Meta. Meta unveiled a new AI product called Vibes, a feed of endless AI-generated video clips. All right, so you're either already disgusted with Meta or you're excited. It's basically all or nothing with people. The product replaces the Discover feed in the standalone Meta AI app. Videos are photorealistic, they're surreal, they're based on text prompts. Couple examples, dancing bunny, or alien doing pull-ups or push-ups, a couple on a sailboat. Mark Zuckerberg and the AI chief, Wang, promoted it as content users can create, remix, and just scroll through it. Reaction online? Thumbs down. Mostly negative. Many are calling the content AI slop, and that's being polite. They've used stronger language, and basically comparing it to meaningless or exploitative media. Critics argue it contains AI's lofty promise and represents a bleak version of the future. Tech writers and academics liken it to kids shows like Coco Melon, warning of addictive, artless media consumption. Vibes currently lacks the viral appeal of TikTok or Instagram Reels, which is weird because guess who owns Instagram? Meta, Facebook, the same people. Wang called it an early version, meaning they might adjust it or maybe get rid of it. Meta is working with Midjourney and Black Forest Labs while developing its own models. Midjourney is facing a major Hollywood lawsuit over copyright infringement in AI-generated content. The announcement follows recent demo mishaps with Meta's new smart glasses. And we may, if we have time, we might talk about something we noticed in the credits of the movie we're going to review here that seems slightly anti-AI. Very quickly, if you were one of the many thousands of people who bought one of the new iPhone 17s, there appears to be a bug, and Apple has actually said, oh, we're kind of aware of it. I'm going to give you a couple workarounds that have worked for some people but not for others. But let me tell you a little bit about the bug. The bug is that when you try to add Apple Intelligence to your phone, you would think it would come by default, but apparently it doesn't. When they do the operating system for the new phones, they allow you to turn Apple Intelligence on or off. Maybe you don't want it. Maybe you do want it. But if you do want it, you have to kind of download the engine. And these are failing on iPhone 17s. And when it fails, you're not going to get all those great AI features like the writing tools or the image playground or the Genmoji. Apple supports Aware. They are working on a fix. It's unclear, where the issue is coming from. Is it part of iOS 26? Is it a server-side thing? Where's the bottleneck? What's the problem? Apple is preparing 26.01, and beta testers already have 26.1. here's a couple quick workarounds. Turn off your cellular data. Just turn off the cellular portion of your phone and join or rejoin your Wi-Fi network. So you're only on Wi-Fi and try to get Apple Intelligence to install there. If it doesn't work, you can change the main language on the iPhone. Let's say you have it set to English, set it to Spanish or Japanese or Russian or whatever's closest to you, and then switch it back to English and then try again. All of these steps are do X and then try again. You could completely wipe your phone and install an iCloud backup and then see if it works. That one seems more extreme. I like this one. Turn on airplane mode, turn that on and off, and then try Wi-Fi only. That seems good. Change the region and reset your network settings. Region meaning what country you're in. So if you're in Canada or the US or South America, you could change it to some European thing or some Asian thing and then switch it back. Try that again. And if all fails and you don't care, you can just completely reset your entire phone and then see if it works. Some of these steps have worked for others, but not for everyone. And so you may just have to wait until Apple releases an update and keep your fingers crossed. Speaking of iPhone 17 Pros and the new iPhone Air, as you know, I believe they said that they are using a different kind of glass. They're using like a ceramic or something for the back of the units. Well, people are saying, or even the fronts. I'm not sure exactly. People are seeing a lot of scuffs and scratches, even in the Apple stores. The scratches are most noticeable on the deep blue and the space black. The deep blue's on the Pro and the Pro Max, and the space black, I think, is only on the Airs. iPhone 17 Pro users, it has that aluminum unibody with the ceramic shield back, and that is softer than the titanium and the glass that was used in the 16 Pro. And so maybe this is why scratches are showing up so easily. The iPhone Air is a titanium frame with a ceramic shield back, but it still shows marks on the black ones. I have an aluminum black MacBook Pro, and it definitely shows the fingerprints and some light scratching. It's unclear how widespread this is. It's just that maybe a few, who knows, maybe it's a few units that came out with subpar coatings or subpar materials, or maybe just these materials in general are susceptible to these scratches and things like that. So, and then, in the Apple Store, people are maybe a little rougher than they might be at the thing with a lot of rings and keys and who knows. Darker finishes and aluminum builds may require extra care just to keep them pretty longer. And this has always been an issue. Even with dark furniture, we find that. It's online tonight. Stay tuned.
Looking for a one-of-a-kind gift or to complete your own collection? Sumerian Collection offers a wide variety of vintage goods with new items added weekly. Books, collectibles, clothing items, jewelry, gadgets, and gizmos galore. Many items are from the 1960s, 70s, and 80s, but exclusive finds from earlier time periods become available as well. Rare vintage items include dolls from around the world and foreign language books. Online shopping at Sumerian Collection is a breeze, with Etsy's secure payment processing and shipping to U.S. locations included free with every purchase. Visit SumerianCollection.etsy.com to see what's new and vintage this week. SAMERIAN Collection.etsy.com. SAMERIAN Collection.etsy.com. Sumerian Collection.
Are you paying too much for term life insurance? There's a tremendous price war among the major term life companies. Rates have dropped dramatically in the past 2 years. For example, a man age 45 non-tobacco user, $1 million of coverage is only $75 per month, level for the next 10 years. Or a man age 50 non-tobacco user can buy $500,000 of coverage for a monthly premium of only $110, guaranteed not to change for the next 20 years. That's right, level rates for 20 years. And if you're a smoker, we have great rates for you as well. At the Term Lifeline, we specialize in policies of $500,000 and above. So if you're looking for new or replacement term life insurance, call right now for a free quote.
Rates and availability may vary by state. Sample rate quotes are based on preferred non-tobacco underwriting exam required to qualify. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. 800-908-3082. That's 800-908-3082.
Victor deployed for the first time to Afghanistan in 2003. At 4 in the morning, my phone rang. They said, "I regret to inform you that your husband was wounded in action." Victor sustained a moderate traumatic brain injury. I was doing school full-time, and I was also then caring for Victor. One of the most important elements of caregiving is taking care of yourself. I just didn't want to forget that I also had goals and that I also had a life. What I did is I challenged Victor to meet me halfway. There are almost 6 million military and veteran caregivers across the nation. We have our own journey, and we can fulfill that journey at the same time that we are helping our loved one.
Visit aarp.org/caregiving for a free military veterans guide to navigate your caregiving journey and better care for your loved one and yourself. Brought to you by AARP and the Ad Council.
What I know about courage, I learned from my adoptive mom. She said sometimes you just gotta hold on and know we'll get through this. Mom, we are so high up. Hold my hand.
No, you hold my hand.
Here we go.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more.
I learned patience from my adoptive dad. All he had to say was,
"Hey, you got this. Just breathe." Hey. Hey, we're pretty good.
Yeah.
Might have to start a band.
I got it.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care. You can't imagine the reward. Visit adoptuskids.org to find out more. This message is brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
Online tonight. Geek Speak. Geek Speak.
All right, this is our Geek Speak, where we take a tech term and turn it into plain English right before your very ears, is page orientation. Page orientation. Before we jump into that, this portion of the show is powered by Anchor. I'm so excited that Anchor has launched their new Nano wireless car charger. This means that your phone is held securely within view, so you can drive safer. And it uses the Q12 certified 15-watt wireless charging pad. Plus, the wireless charging pad can be removed. It's detachable. And the charging head rotates 360 degrees. It's got a 45-degree tilt angle to help you get the most comfortable viewing angle, because we want you to be safe in your vehicle. You can check out all the great Anchor products at onlinetonight.com/anchor, onlinetonight.com/ANKER. Now, page orientation. This indicates how a rectangular page is displayed or printed. Landscape pages are wider than they are tall, while portrait pages are taller than they are wide. Makes sense. Same with your photos. The terms come from the art world, where a landscape painting was wide and showed the horizon, whereas a portrait was tall and showed the person's face and a little bit of the upper body. TV and most computer monitors are oriented nowadays in landscape. If you remember, they were square before, 4x3, the old style tubies. While most printed documents are in portrait, smartphones, tablets, and some computer monitors can rotate to switch between landscape and portrait. In fact, I use a square monitor over here, and then I have a portrait landscape one turned over here for the chat, the messages, and things like that. Software allows the user to choose whether to design a document for portrait or landscape. The default choice in most printing documents is portrait, because normally when we print on a A4 or an 8.5 by 11 page, it's tall and not wide. The text editor does support page orientation choices. When designing a document, the option is usually available when the document is sent to the printer. Through the print dialog, you can actually change the rotation. You can also change it in settings. So there's a lot of different ways to make it wide or make it tall. That is this hour's Geek Speak page orientation. Page orientation.
Online Tonight.
Trying to delete that questionable meme we accidentally texted to the wrong person. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
The phone lines are open, so give me a call on the Broadcast Bionic Caller One system on our toll-free telephone number 1-800-39-ONLINE, 1-800-396-6546. Don't forget you can follow me on Instagram, and it's called X now, not Twitter, formerly Twitter. And I have the same account name on both platforms, at Max Smart Radio, at Max Smart Radio. And for whatever reason, most of my posts coming up this week will be of alcoholic beverages at a theme park. So there you go. Miss Victoria.
We have a listener question. This comes in a text from Judy in Las Vegas. Judy says, we have 2 young daughters who we feel are too young for cell phones. They've seen landline phones in movies and are curious about using something like that to call their friends. Is there some way to add landline type phones into our home without actually having to pay for a landline, like by connecting them to a cell phone? We have AT&T.
Well, apparently this is a bigger trend. First, let me ask Miss Victoria, like you were obsessed with your old phone. Didn't you get yourself a candlestick phone?
Yes, I had a very fancy candlestick phone, and mine was a rotary phone.
Like the Addams Family?
Yes.
All right.
But it was beige, with gold trim.
Why wasn't it black?
I don't know.
Okay. And tell me, you had a problem when you were talking to your friends with that phone.
Well, you had to use 2 hands to talk on this phone. You had to hold or put the stick part on a table or a desk, or hold it in your hand, and then hold the earpiece up to your ear. So it really wasn't the most comfortable phone for just kicking back and talking to friends.
All right. Well, I just had a regular phone on the wall, and then I had just a regular, I've had Nortel phones, like business phones, because I had more than one line in my own bedroom as a child. I always had a side hustle. This is a growing trend, by the way. Parents are looking at taking smartphones and turning it into dumb landline phones for kids. It helps reduce screen time, them not getting involved in chat and some of the other things that go on with having a smartphone. And it has a single purpose. You pick up the phone, you dial the number, and you talk to your friends. And so there you go. And nostalgia is back. What's new is old. The 80s are kind of back, and we're seeing more 80s and even 50s things.
What's old is new.
Oh, that's what I mean. That's what did I say? What's old is...
You said what's new is old.
Yeah. What's new now is older.
No, but...
Okay. I got the saying wrong, but the spirit of what I was saying is the same. So one parent has used T-Mobile's free third line offer. Sometimes T-Mobile has these deals where if you get 2 lines, you get the third one for free. And then they get this adapter. You can get this adapter at various places, Walmart, Best Buy, Amazon, and it's called Cell to Jack. And what it is, it kind of looks like a traditional landline phone, but it takes a SIM card. And so then it uses 4G, 5G, LTE cellular technology. And the only thing you can do on it, because it's not a smart device, it's just a phone, all you can do is dial a number and place a call. And that is really kind of the benefits. It's if you have I'll say old timers, and I mean that with all due respect. My dad's like 91, be 92 here soon. He doesn't do well with the smartphone, and this is a problem for his hearing aids because you have to use the app to adjust the settings on his hearing aids, and it is a struggle. He would rather just pick up a regular phone like he used to for 50 years at his home. We had one mounted on the wall in the kitchen with a very long cord. He would be better with something like that. So grandparents love it, cousins and friends, fewer distractions. You really just get to have a conversation. Don't get distracted by notifications. A lot of the providers have the ability to do this type of thing. Verizon, AT&T, T-Mobile, you could pop into a store and say, hey, it's becoming so popular now that people are taking retro phones, novelty phones, like the hamburger phone and the banana phone, Homer Simpson phone, and they're turning these things into basically cellular extensions. And that's really kind of cool. And not only is it you're more focused on the conversation, but it's got that nostalgia. And who doesn't love nostalgia? If you're not listening live and you want to send me a question like Judy did, you can text 951-395-1017, or you can email the show @onlinetonight.com. And don't forget, if you missed any portion of the show, you can head over to the website, onlinetonight.com. Look for episode number 2083. And coming up, we're going to share with you our thoughts on Megan 2.0. Is it as scary, or is it better or worse than the first one? Stay tuned.
At Bon Voyage Earns, we love our pets. We couldn't imagine our lives without them. But we know that when they pass on, we want to treat them with the respect they deserve, because they're family members too. Bon Voyage Earns makes biodegradable, marine-safe urns for the delivery of pets' cremated remains to a beautiful resting place in the Pacific Ocean. Love them while you have them. Give them a proper send-off when it's time. More information at bvorns.com.
If you turned 65 recently like me, it's important you find a Medicare Advantage plan that gives you the coverage you're looking for. But finding one can be difficult. The best thing I did, and I suggest you do the same, is call a licensed insurance agent and let them walk you through your Medicare Advantage plan options. There are so many benefits you have access to, so make the call now and let the representatives explain everything to you. Our licensed insurance agents can offer you a variety of Medicare Advantage plans. Plus, the call is free, the information is free, and there's no obligation to enroll. We're here to make it easy for you to select a Medicare Advantage plan that may work for your needs. Finding a Medicare Advantage plan can be easy if you do what I did. Make a quick call right now to learn more. Thank you.
800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. 800-439-7851. That's 800-439-7851.
There's no better way to bond with your cats than with a special treat. Lick and Lap by Vitacraft is a healthy 5-pack saucy tureen snack full of a creamy paste that your cats are going to love. Free from artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives, it's the perfect snack between meals. Lick and Lap is available at Walmart, your local pet stores, and, of course, on their website at vitacraft.us.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. And never give in to a meltdown. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never let them have too much screen time. And never bribe them for just one more bite. You say you'd never let them out in public without their hair brushed. Never, ever become a minivan mom. And you'd never give them your phone for a quiet dinner.
Calling boss work phone.
So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, no, it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Mama, what does the chicken say?
Chicken. Oh, okay.
When the wolf?
Oh, a wolf.
Ooh! What about the tiny dog? Cat? Owl? Dolphin? What does the turkey say? Whale?
Whale sound.
Do the giraffe.
Giraffe, really? Okay. Giraffe. Giraffe.
You're not going to get it all right. Just make sure you nail the big stuff, like making sure your kids are buckled correctly in the right seat for their age and size. Get it right.
Visit NHTSA.gov/the right seat.
Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
Online Tonight is live and on the air at 1-800-39-ONLINE. 1-800-396-6546.
Online Tonight.
Sir, one more outburst, I will strangle you with my microphone wire. You understand me?
Do that every time today. Welcome to Online Tonight. Greatly appreciate you including us in your day. I am Max, and the Broadcast Bionics Caller One system is taking your toll-free telephone calls at 1-800-39-ONLINE. Best way to get into the show, and we can have a chat. 1-800-396-6546. You can also reach out via email or text voicemail. The email address show@onlinetonight.com, and the text voicemail is 951-395-1017. And before we jump into our movie review, we always like going to the Govee booth at CES. That's coming up in January, so we'll definitely have a lot to report there. But I just have to mention this really cool product that I'm kind of somewhat obsessed with right now because I want to make an Online Tonight logo for one of the studios. And it's the Govee Neon Rope Light 2. And it looks like a neon sign without having to worry about the gas and broken glass and all that stuff. And it looks really good even from just a few feet away. It's an incredibly shapeable neon light strip, and it has these bend clips that help you create angles and corners for your custom styles. It comes in a 10-foot roll and a 16.4 foot roll. You can learn more about Govee's products at onlinetonight.com/Govee. That's onlinetonight.com/GOVEE.
From Hollywood.
One very important thing, mate. I'm Captain Jack Sparrow.
Blockbusters, tearjerkers, family fare.
Everything is awesome.
What's worth seeing in the theater, and what should you just watch at home?
Are you a good witch or a bad witch?
Here are your hosts.
I am Max.
And I'm Victoria.
And we want to share with you our thoughts on Megan 2.0. Now, we watched the unrated version streaming on Peacock. We did not get a chance to see it in the theaters. And I don't think the theater version was unrated. So this one's a tiny bit more, I'm assuming, a little more gory. That's my assumption in this.
Although I don't think this one was as gory as the first one.
I don't know. I mean, I don't want to wreck the scene, but the spine, as an example, that was pretty graphic. I don't recall it being that graphic before.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Okay. So tell us a little bit about what you definitely need to see Megan 1 before you see Megan 2, because, you know, the way that one ended, it's kind of like any villain movie, you know, like Halloween, like Myers, things like that. How, you know, they're not gone when you think they're gone. So you might be wondering, what is Megan 2.0 about? Well, Megan.
Right.
And so you got to kind of see the first one to see what the challenges were with this artificial robot that was supposed to be a family friend, maybe a parental assistant, right? Instead of putting them in front of the television and having them watch violent cartoons, they could just hang out with this other child.
Right.
But then in Megan 1, that one becomes violent. So you can't get the violence away from the kids. What else would you like to share?
So the premise of the first one is that Megan's number one order,
directive,
yes, is to protect Katie, who is the niece of the main character played by Allison Williams. Her name is Gemma. And Gemma and Katie are back in the second movie, and it takes place 2 years after the first one ended. In reality, the movie came out 3 years after.
Mention that Gemma is a robotics and AI specialist.
Yes, she is. And since the events of the first movie where some people got killed when Megan was trying to protect Katie, Gemma has become a spokesperson for dialing back on technology.
Right. She's encouraging good parenting, like traditional parenting.
Right. And unbeknownst to her, the idea for Megan, even though she destroyed it at the end of she destroyed everything at dealing with Megan at the end of the first movie, spoiler alert, someone got a hold of the plans and created a military-grade version.
Someone got a hold of the plans. Could it possibly be the government? And does that mean that they're spying on everything and have copies of everybody's everything? Huh?
So part of the dilemma in this second movie is that this military-grade version called Amelia goes rogue, goes against orders, and now, you know, how do you fight an all-powerful or seemingly all-powerful AI, but with, you know, a little girl AI?
Yeah,
Or
because her code base is
she's
still
a
Megan.
teen now, I guess.
No,
she's not a child
20-year-old
anymore.
adult body, right?
She's still in a smaller body. She's not I don't think she's a fully grown adult, but she has grown up a bit.
Okay, so hold on. I want to talk about the Amelia robot.
Okay.
Mid-20s look, the height of a 20, because she's also seductive, right? She's seductive.
Yes.
And she's a model, so she's like attractive. So the billionaires in the tech space and the AI space, you know, they see her as being attractive, not realizing that she is going to probably rip your eye out.
Right. And that she's not real.
Well, I can't wait for that day.
This kind of like some movies we've seen about trained assassins who are female, you know, they're always attractive because they put on an evening gown and they go and, you know, hide weapons.
What was that movie? Red Sparrow with Jennifer?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good movie.
And then recently you didn't see Ballerina. Similar kind of thing with the John Wick Ballerina.
No, but I saw that vampire one with the little teenage girl. That was kind of scary and creepy. We're talking about Megan 2.0, unrated on Peacock.
Right. And a lot of people were mixed on this because This movie really isn't a horror movie. The first one was a traditional horror movie. This is made by Blumhouse, who are known for their horror movies. This one is more of an action movie. There are some gory kind of horror-ish elements, but really it's more of...
It became a spy and a heist movie.
Yeah, and action, robot fighting kind of thing. Whereas the first one was scary because you didn't know what Megan was capable of and where she was going to be and show up and whatever. And in this one, it's more like, is she going to be on their side? Is she going to help them? There's not a lot of elements of horror, and that's got people kind of divided on this one.
Well, I would be happy to invest in any Blumhouse film. They spent $12 million, and they made about $80 million for themselves, $180 million worldwide, and I'm sure they're going to make some money off the streaming event. I don't know. I love robots. I'm fascinated by robots. I can't wait for the day when we have a robot like this that could... Well, I don't want it to go rogue. I mean, I want a robot that has the same abilities-ish as me. And I hate to say it, but I want it as an assistant. I want it to do the dishes. I want it to vacuum. I want it to be able to carry heavy things up the stairs. I want it to, hold the pan while I'm trying to do the oil or lift the car up. Well, it might drop it.
You want Bicentennial Man.
I want, yeah. And I feel bad by saying I want a butler, a.k.a. a maid, but I would use it for more things like that. I'm constantly asking my phone, like, what is 2.1 watt hours in milliamp hours? I'm always asking for conversions. And so for it to have that kind of intelligence and yet still have these abilities like to help cook or help.
Well, that's the more practical aspects of it, but it doesn't make for as good of a movie.
Well, no, especially when the military's involved. All right. Do you want a Megan 3.0?
Sure, why not? Let's see what they do next. Maybe they'll all go on vacation together.
Vacation?
Sure.
Where would they go? They'd have to make her waterproof. Oh, they made her waterproof in this one. Where would they go on vacation? Like on a cruise?
Maybe, or they could, tour the world. Who knows?
And solve crime? Because now it seems like they've turned into Nancy Drew.
Maybe.
All right, we're talking about Megan 2.0, the unrated version, currently available on Peacock.
I enjoyed it.
Good. I did. Are we rating it? Go ahead.
I'll give it a 4 out of 5.
I will give it a 4 1/4 if we're rating it. I enjoyed it. I might watch it again because I was very excited about it. It's online tonight. 1-800-39-ONLINE is our toll-free telephone number. Stay tuned.
If you're an author interested in turning your works into audiobooks, Narrate Your Own Book is for you. Since 2005, David H. Lawrence XVII has taught 3,000 students the ins and outs of voiceover work, including narration of audiobooks. As an author, your curriculum includes more than the performance and recording aspects of narration. You also learn how to prepare your manuscript to become an audiobook and market it once it's finished. Visit narrateyourownbook.com for more information and a sample class. narrateyourownbook.com.
We call ourselves ASAP Travel for one reason. We can help you book a ticket ASAP. For those of you that don't know, that means as soon as possible. That means no wait time. You get through right away. No searching online. Our specialty is the lowest available fares on the big name airlines. You know them. We can't tell you their names. You can fly domestically or internationally and save more money than you could if you call the airlines directly. Our proprietary software goes underneath the hood of the major airline booking systems and finds you the best rates available. So if you're ready to make your travel plans right now, business or vacation travel, we have all the major airlines always at great rates. Call ASAP Trips and we'll have your ticket in your inbox in 15 minutes. Call this number now.
800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. 800-515-4035. That's 800-515-4035.
The possibility of lung cancer can be pretty scary, especially if you're one of approximately 8 million current or former smokers at high risk. That's why SaveByTheScan.org wants you to know that now there's a breakthrough low-dose CT scan that can detect lung cancer early, and it only takes 60 seconds. You stop smoking. Now start screening. For an easy quiz to see if you're eligible, visit SaveByTheScan.org. It could save your life. SaveByTheScan.org is brought to you by the American Lung Association's Lung Force Initiative and the Ad Council.
This is the Chef of Love, Chef Jannard, TV host and restaurateur. My grandparents harvested their land to sell food and share this overflowing bounty with our community. Grandma said, for every yam we pick, we give one away. In the world they cultivated, I love preparing and eating dinner with my family on Sundays. When our resources changed, food assistance programs sustained us. They gave me fuel to start my first culinary business at 16 years old, and inspiration to donate the extra food in my community. Through my life, I've developed an appetite to work with others to ensure everyone has access to the nutritious food we need to thrive. Together, we can help end hunger. Come on, join the movement with Feeding America by volunteering, donating, and advocating. Learn more at feedingamerica.org/act now.
Brought to you by Feeding America and the Ad Council.
Car is making a strange noise. No matter what it is, you can't just pretend it's not happening.
That's an interesting sound.
It's like your mental health. If you're struggling and feeling overwhelmed, it's important to do something about it. It can be as simple as talking to someone in your community, or just taking a deep, calming breath when you need it. Nice. For mental health resources, check out loveyourmindtoday.org. At loveyourmindtoday.org, you'll find information that may help you get through a tough time. Things like tips for dealing with stress, how to navigate difficulties like financial worries, anger, substance use, and more. You can also find real stories of how people navigated their own mental health challenges. Because once you start to address the problem, you can go so much further. Visit loveyourmindtoday.org. That's loveyourmindtoday.org. Brought to you by the Huntsman Mental Health Institute and the Ad Council.
The Native community is big for me. Makes me feel good to pass on our Rapo traditions. My kids love going up to the Sundance. I like to tell people the Sundance is about family. It's about the tribe. It's not just about the dancer. It's kind of like life. As a Sundancer, I'm just one spoke in the wheel. I need my family there. I need my role models. I need my people there, especially my children. You know, coming in that door, my family is ready to see me and they believe in me. Before, I'd never seen that from my people. But now when I walk in that door and I see those smiling faces and they're happy to see me, that's special. With my 4 kids, all I ask for them to wrap them ways is healthy happiness. Nothing more, nothing less.
Never stop being a dad. That's dedication. Find out more at fatherhood.gov. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services and the Ad Council.
Hey, bookmark this.
Alrighty, every hour we try to give you a bookmark that we hope you'll find fun, useful, entertaining. And this is one of those longer ones. I did not make you a shorty this time, but you can always go to the website onlinetonight.com, look for episode number 2083, and you can just click on it. It's WikiHow, WIKIHOW.com/blow bubble with bubblegum. So just remember there's a dash between every word. WikiHow.com, blow a bubble with bubblegum. September 30th is National Chewing Gum Day. Miss Victoria will be very happy about that because I know she likes the bubblegum. I used to love gum from Gatorade, the orange, but you can't blow bubbles with it. For bubbles, I use strawberry Bubblicious, and would put one piece in, chew it down, put another piece in, and chew it, and then I would blow bubbles. I love that. If you've never tried to blow a bubble with gum and you want to learn, this site gives you all the step-by-step instructions, photos, videos. You're never too old to learn something new. Older people, they might want to do the liquid, with the, they might want to do that. Even people, like sometimes Miss Victoria will do it in the car, and I'll reach over and I'll try to grab the bubble. I think she's just trying to annoy me. The one that I hate is when people are snapping the gum like with a big noise, especially in a theater or a movie place or amusement park, or there's so many other things going on. I don't know why that just sticks in my head. Sometimes people want to be annoying with their bubbles, but sometimes it's a lot of fun to try it. So if you want to try it, wikihow.com/blow a bubble with bubblegum with hyphens in between. Blow a bubble with bubblegum. That is this hour's bookmark, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. They're doing away with their 2 free check bags, but there are exceptions if you're a Rapid Rewards member. So it's even more important now to become a member of Southwest Airlines Rapid Rewards program. And you can get right there by going to our website, onlinetonight.com/SWA, onlinetonight.com/SWA.
Online Tonight.
Please, to save everyone's sanity, refer to Max as, well, Max. Thank you. This is Online Tonight. Now, here's Max.
Oh, now it's making sense to me. I think my cousin was making fun of me because he said, well, Max, and I didn't get it. And I think that's what he's playing off of. I am a big Jim Henson fan, and I was excited and afraid to hear that over 400 props, costumes, set pieces, puppets, and autographed memorabilia from the Jim Henson career is going to be made available for auction this fall. The first auction from the Jim Henson Company archives. Items include pieces from Fraggle Rock, The Dark Crystal, Age of Resistance, Sesame Street, and of course, Henson's films like, I want to say Labyrinth. I think that's how you pronounce it, right? Labyrinth? Highlights.
That is correct.
Thank you. Highlights include a full-body puppet valued at between $15,000 and $25,000.
That one's from Dark Crystal.
Okay. I mean, I don't have lottery money, or I would seriously consider it. If it would fit my height, because, sometimes I'm not tall enough, or sometimes I'm too tall. Like, I couldn't be Mickey Mouse, and I couldn't be Goofy, because I am not short. Mickey Mouse is like 5 feet tall. Mickey Mouse is 5 feet tall. I don't want to wreck the magic, right? And then Goofy is well over 6 feet. So I can't do any of those. For Halloween. That's what I mean. The auction was announced on what would be Jim Henson's 89th birthday, marking the company's 70th anniversary. Started it, I guess, when he was 18. That's pretty impressive. Or, no, 19. Yeah, that's pretty, wow. Online bidding opens October 22nd, but you could be outbid during the live auction on November 25th. And that is being handled by Julian's Auction, I think, or Jillian's, one of the two. Selected items represent a curated portion of tens of thousands of pieces in the Henson's archive. Henson family previously donated iconic creatures, including the original Kermit and Miss Piggy puppets, to the Smithsonian. Did you see those while you were there in the D.C. area?
No, I didn't get to any of the museums, just the gardens outside.
I thought you were going to
They
go see
closed at
Kermit.
5. And
oh, you're always late.
I'm always late.
And the National Museum of American History. So I don't know who got what. I feel like Kermit and Miss Piggy were in the same case. So it's either in one place or the other. I don't think they separated them, but maybe they did. Who knows?
The National Museum of American History is part of the Smithsonian. It's one of the museums within the Smithsonian.
Well, why don't they say that? Why can't they say the National Museum of American History within the Smithsonian Institute?
I don't know.
Okay, see, these wordings I don't like. It says "and," which makes it sound like it's two places. It's Online Tonight with Max Smart. It's the same. It's the same
Smithsonian
building.
Institution is a very big bucket.
Oh, I know. We went
Inside
to
that
the space.
bucket are all the museums.
Yeah, we went to the Space Museum. That was a lot of fun, right? All right. Disney is being sued. I don't know if you know, but the Mickey Mouse character from Steamboat Willie went into the public domain. And for whatever reason, Disney's got a wild hair up their heel, and they have been trying to force people not to use Mickey Mouse as it's represented in the public domain. Well, lawyers aren't having it. They are being sued by Morgan & Morgan over the enforcement rights to Mickey Mouse's earliest depiction in Steamboat Willie. It entered the public domain last year. It was all over the news and everything. Morgan & Morgan planned to run a nationwide ad campaign using the character, but Disney's legal team said, you can't do that. And the law firm said, yes, we can. And we're going to sue you for trying to sue us. Disney has been very aggressive about protecting their IP. They've sued a jewelry company. They made a lot of preschools tear down their representation. Universal said, oh, yeah, you can just use our characters for free. They still hold the copyrights on the later Mickey Mouse version, and they maintain copyright protection for the character, especially in merchandising. But I don't know if you've ever noticed, like the original Mickey Mouse to now, they've tweaked it.
But you know what they did that's really smart is they made the Steamboat Willie character clip their logo.
Uh-huh.
So now they can use it for even longer.
No, it's still in the public domain. People can use it, and you should fight for your right. If you missed any portion of the show, head over to onlinetonight.com, or you can check out the show notes, the podcast, and more. Stay tuned.
Online Tonight is produced and copyrighted by Smart Family Media. All rights reserved. Host Maxwell Smart. Producer and other hats worn by Victoria Smart. Views and opinions expressed are those of the host, guest, and callers, and are not necessarily those of this station, its management, affiliates, or other advertisers.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"30 seconds past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.
"1 minute past the hour.
From Los Angeles, this is Online Tonight.